Hello.
Take a deep breath.
Welcome to another episode of Beside the Point. This is number 18. I'm here.
18.
I'm Zach. This is Kyler. This is Eric, and that's Cam Davies over there in the corner.
If he can keep this up for the whole 20 or 30 minutes we rock with this, my brain's going to explode.
No, I can't.
No.
That's about all I can do. I'm going to go back to my normal voice now.
Sure.
Anyways, another episode of Beside the Point.
Yeah. Back at it again.
We filmed these after the Gamescast, so I hope you guys are still alive for this
so alive.
I'm
experience.
I do have one question.
You still have
for
more to say? What?
How is that cupcake Moscato?
Is it delicious?
God, you have to bring it up.
Yes.
Do you see how my hands are?
Yeah.
I was just.
Yeah.
I was hiding.
I saw you hiding.
Yeah, he didn't want you to run. And he doesn't have a wine glass. He's got a nice classy beer glass.
Well,
he's trying to.
This is as close as I can get to a wine glass. It was actually pretty much a fucking wine glass. If you
Pretty
ask
much
me.
the same thing, yeah.
I don't drink wine.
Sure.
I like red wine.
As your wine connoisseurs would tell you,
Uh-huh.
if we have any.
Where did this
probably don't.
cupcake Moscato come from?
Someone brought it like
Cupcakes?
4 years ago.
That's like a 4-year-old wine.
It's not for you.
Lies
No,
and
it's not. I'm
slander.
just kidding.
Lies and slander.
No, it's not.
Somebody brought it over recently. What year?
I want to say it's been quite a few months.
God,
like
I hate Moscato.
It's
4 or 5 months, but
That is
It's
not.
just sugar. It's sugar syrup.
I am not about that.
It's sugar syrup, but
But it's been aging for 4 years. It's fine sugar syrup.
yeah,
it doesn't get any better every time I drink it.
But here we are,
it doesn't.
Anyways,
still drinking it.
so another episode of Beside the Point. Have any of you guys seen a little show
Little show.
called
Here we go.
Smallville?
Here we go.
Somebody save me. Ring a bell? Anybody? Anybody? Little show.
I
It
lived
rings
with
a
Came
bell.
on our
Yeah.
network
The WB.
back in the day called the WB.
Did it spend some time on the CW, or was it dead before the CW?
WB. This is the first of its kind for like the DCU. I would
man.
say.
I mean, I would argue, oh man, it is the first live-action DC television show.
You know how many like huge actors got their start on?
Are you not? Sorry,
One
you're not
episode.
including like older DC stuff content? Like
No.
Can you think of one?
I'm saying, I'm gonna say,
Batman.
I'm gonna say,
On a television show.
Adam West.
They had
Yeah,
Batman
Adam West
and,
historically played him on TV forever.
They had Batman and Robin for like years.
Okay, let me specify.
Yeah.
Our generation.
Pow!
Would you even call Smallville our generation?
Absolutely.
I mean, we grew
What
up
are you
on it.
talking about?
I don't know, man.
How
It
old
feels
are
like
you?
a
I
long
didn't
time
watch
ago. I'm
it,
like
but I saw the
17.
commercials.
70.
I would say it's my
we
generation.
were like
No, but
we were 12, 13 when Smallville was
Right, but
on television.
I would argue that
and that was
show
later
wasn't.
seasons.
I would argue that's my point. Is I'm not saying I'm too old for it. I'm saying I might be too young for Smallville.
No, you're not. You're not.
Think
Smallville was exactly when it should have hit for us.
No.
It hit right when we were probably. God damn it! Now I have to look it up.
See,
Okay,
here's the
so
thing. Sorry to throw a wrench in. I just think I was too young for
2007.
Smallville. Was like
no.
Yes.
2001.
See, that's the point I'm trying to make. I was not watching Smallville in 2001.
I never watched
Yes, you
it.
were.
So.
Have I seen Smallville? Like the first half of it, but like it was later, years later, going back in time, wanting to see
I
how
remember
Superman
seeing
grew
the
up.
like
Never
the
seen a single
commercials for it.
episode.
Not a single
No, that's
episode.
alright.
Not even
Well,
like in
I
passing.
own
Like he plays
I
it in
own
his room.
5 seasons. It's not. He plays it in his room. It's not an everyday occurrence. I watched Smallville.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
That's actually why I've seen
October 16th, 2001, the first episode of Smallville came out.
Yeah, 2001.
What did I say?
That's
And
interesting.
what a
2001.
miraculous day that was. But you know what isn't miraculous?
I was like a
Smallville.
third grader. Definitely was not watching Smallville.
What isn't miraculous? There is a co-star of Smallville. He
Sure.
played Clark
Not
Kent's
Tom
best friend.
Wellings.
Not Tom
Oh,
Wellings.
is this the sex? Never mind.
It is. Yes. Can we try to
See,
act like we
that's
discussed
hilarious.
this before we filmed it?
No, you did not tell me this. I really had no idea.
I feel like I mentioned
we
it to
did.
you.
2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks.
Oh, that is fair.
Oh,
we
yeah, we
talked
did
about
some-
it last week,
Yeah.
And then we did
we pulled
Thanksgiving.
up and did some Thanksgiving talk.
Honestly, I didn't know what we were actually doing today.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But
Swerve.
now,
Get excited. It's gonna get culty up in here.
yeah, well, no, it's just because that one
Culty.
chick.
It's just a little culty.
I gotta look her name up.
Took so many notes and you skipped that one.
Come on.
The main
Allison
one.
Mack.
Yeah, Allison Mack.
your first note?
No, Allison Mack is Allison Mack is the actress who played Chloe Sullivan.
Okay.
So Chloe
Oh, that's what
Sullivan.
he was looking at.
Chloe Sullivan
Oh.
in Smallville. If you're unfamiliar with the series, which if you've been living under a rock, I guess you would be.
I would not have known that.
But
Or if
Allison
you were a
Mack
third grader
is
when it came out.
Chloe Sullivan in the show, which
Or didn't
she
give a shit about the
is, which she is the photographer of the high school that
Sure.
Clark Kent goes to.
Right.
She's kind of
catches him being
she's
Superman.
kind of Clark Kent's best friend who kind of wants to be with Clark. With
Sure.
she doesn't
Who
know
doesn't?
he's Superman,
He's fucking Superman.
but Lana's always around.
Yeah.
And Lana has Clark's heart. So Allison,
course.
So Allison,
Lois.
aka Chloe, is kind of just on the back burner, like being the best friend, being the
Right.
supportive role
Right.
of
And
the
this
show.
On the
hurt
line.
her.
She's
This
on
hurt
the
her
line.
so much for the
Right.
7 years the show was on.
Right.
She's not running a sex cult.
Yeah. Would you relax? I'm still trying to give her. I'm still trying to build her up as
Sure.
a nice persona. She was the supporting cast in the show. She was awesome.
Right. She was
awesome.
great.
She was. She was.
Sure.
She was kind of like the nerdy heartthrob of the show, if you will.
Nerdy heart. When I think
Nerdy
heartthrob, I
heartthrob.
think dude.
Oh, well, that's.
I mean,
that's a
either
little
way.
bit sexist.
Yeah,
Right?
Kyler.
I think it's
That's-
2017.
It's
I guess.
2017, right?
Right. And then, but nobody's seen Smallville. It's just
Anyways.
That is true.
That's true.
So Allison Mack,
Uh-huh.
you bring that up. Nobody's seen Smallville since whenever it aired. So who knows what the rest of those actors are doing? Actors or actresses?
Tom Wellings is on TV sometimes, right?
He's not.
Is he
He's
not?
not.
For
No,
real?
Not at all.
Tom Wellings?
No, he's not. Because
dead?
everybody associates him with Superman.
I guess that is fair.
Yeah. But so where do all their careers go? Maybe some of them have
Sure.
kids.
Sure, kids.
You know, get a dog,
Uh-huh.
a family, or something other than running a sex cult.
Yeah, you've got options.
Allison Mack, who played
You've got options.
Chloe,
Kids,
in
dogs, sex cult. Your whole life's in front of you after Smallville.
absolutely.
You got
Nothing
choices.
but doors of opportunity.
So
Sure, doors that lead to sheds that lead to branding nice young women.
Can you?
So Allison Mack, that's why I bring Smallville up. Allison Mack, who was a co-star, a big part of Smallville, is now second in command
The number
of a
two.
sex cult.
I guess that's the
what
second
is this
part.
sex cult?
Second in command.
Let me read it to you.
You get that.
Yeah.
Give me the news.
Former
Right next to
Small-
the commander in chief.
I'm the vice president.
Yeah, vice president of.
Yeah.
Former Smallville actress is second in command of a sex cult under investigation for extorting, beating, and branding its members, including Catherine Oxberg's daughter. Catherine Oxberg is she's an older actress now. She was in a lot of stuff in like the 80s, late
Sure.
70s.
Right.
But so she has a daughter that would be about Allison Mack's age, I think. Don't quote me on that, but
Who's
around that
now
same age.
trapped in a sex
But
cult.
yeah, so the sex cult is ran by Keith Rainier, Rainier, whatever.
yeah. Odd-looking dude.
Yeah, very well. He's not really an odd looking. He's a pretty
He
normal
looks
looking
sketchy.
guy.
That dude was like, "Hey, you want
Here's
to
the
come
thing.
hang out in my cult?"
Here's
Be
the
like, "No."
context.
He wears sweaters and he
But
has
it's a
nice
sex
glasses on.
Cult. We got bitches. Eric's like, okay.
All you got to do is
makes me
get branded one time.
uncomfortable.
What were you gonna say, Kyle?
But I guess the context I've seen his picture was like, hey, this guy runs a sex cult. So like immediately I'm already like, this dude's creepy. So like maybe context free. He doesn't
if I
look
would
that
have seen
creepy.
his picture without knowing this, I wouldn't think he ran a sex cult.
I don't think I look at anybody in a
Yeah,
sex
I don't think I've
cult.
ever looked at someone's like they probably
It never
run a
came
sex
up.
cult.
Yeah, it's never come up. It's not the first thing. Well, that's not true. I started work and I met Eric and I was like, sex cult for sure. You know what I mean? At least
Wasn't a
aspiring.
good one.
Gay
but
one, though.
I
Gay
tried.
sex.
At least aspiring to be a sex
Yeah.
cult.
And I don't need.
what
I don't.
so
the
sure
show is called Beside the Point, but I don't mean to go off topic. But Charles Manson just died.
Yeah,
He was.
So
he was
somebody-
a popular. He was the most popular.
sex cult or tour.
This wasn't a sex cult,
Notorious.
Just a cult situation. I guess.
Oh, it was very much so a sex cult. It was a
Not a
sex
sex
murder
cult.
cult. Yes, it was.
sex and murder.
Murder.
Oh, absolutely.
Are there any other kind of
though.
cult?
Sexy
Absolutely.
murder.
I mean,
But,
most murders start sexy.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I guess technically it is a sex cult. When I think of a sex cult, I don't think of one dude just banging a bunch of girls. I think of like a cult that's...
Yeah, but like it's
lifestyle.
like most of the people in this new sex cult, Sex Point 2.0, we'll call it, are women. You know what I mean? Like that's what
weird.
Yeah. Okay. So Keith Rainier, whatever you call him, started this self-help group is
Yeah.
what they labeled themselves. It's NXIVM. I don't know if that's really an acronym. I can't really
they're.
say.
Yeah, they say it's like Nexum or something like that.
Nixivum?
Yeah,
I don't really know. But it's
it's kind of like a networking organization.
I don't want to say disguised as a self-help group because it is. They are
It is. They
registered
are.
as that.
But they are until it gets sex culty. They are involved in your life in like a positive capacity. Like
Yeah.
I watched an interview with one of the girls here, and she's like, the next Mama or whatever the fuck we're calling this was like actually like a positive thing. Like it helped her get jobs and shit until it got weird.
Until it got weird. See, this Keith guy,
yeah.
really good public speaker.
Yeah,
really good. Like he
charismatic
can
as fuck.
talk to you and just be like, "Wow,
That's
okay,
how they start.
this- Okay, you're really telling me how I need to live my life as a better person. How I need to like turn a leaf and make a better change."
Right.
He did this with Allison Mack.
Yeah.
There was an interview where he sat down one-on-one with Allison Mack, and it was almost just hard to watch how she just ate into his hand. She was just like crying. It was just like he was like, "Well, why are you crying? What are you feeling about this?" She's like, "This is just something I want, you know. It's like the way you're speaking to me right now. It's like, why have I not been living my life this way?"
And like a
my
sex
entire
culty
life?
way,
Yeah.
sure.
And
Yeah,
he'd just be kind of like,
Yeah.
or something very sex culty.
Yeah.
So
Regular stuff.
So the self-help group turns in to, which has been proven as well, which Allison Mack is like second in command, more or less.
Right.
To
Because she got involved
this Keith Raniere guy.
She got involved in this and helped create the sex cult. Was my understanding.
Yes, it's what it's been described in articles you can go read is it's a sorority of such, where she recruits Allison Mack as second in command, recruits attractive women.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, hardcore casual sex cult guys.
Including
Get
Catherine.
that started.
No thanks.
Including Catherine
Hard pass.
Oxberg's daughter. Okay,
Sure.
which is actually so. There's probably multiple famous people in the
assume.
sex cult. So
Famous
it's the
people get sucked
sorority.
into everything.
Well, she recruits into this organization where they are then branded on their lower torso with Keith Raner's initials, and if you flip those around, it somehow makes Allison Mack's initials, and you can look these up. I don't know if we should post a picture of this on the video because
Brands are weird.
but there are pictures of it.
Yeah.
Online, and it's Allison Mack's and Keith Rayner's initials, and it's made into a way where it looks like a symbol, but you can clearly tell it's both their initials. So this sorority is then branded, forced to run. I think it's like I can't remember the exact amount of
Keeps them
miles,
fit.
but it's
weird.
It's a lot of running weekly.
Yep.
I want to say 40 miles, but that seems absurd, right?
Well,
40 miles a week, that seems absurd.
I mean, it's more than I want to run, but it's like a thing you can do without like too much of a stretch of the imagination.
That sounds
and
horrible.
Yeah. It's more than I want to run, but you can do it.
I mean, in soccer, we used to run 3 miles.
40 miles, Cam?
No, we used to run
But you're on 3 miles a
every
day. That's already 21. You know what I mean? So it's like, man,
That's a day, but
like
still
ass.
40 miles a week, that seems absurd. I don't know. It's something
I'm saying it's not
outlandish to
doable.
run.
I'm not saying, I'm volunteering for that.
yeah, I'm not signing up.
I don't think it's only connected to women
That's what
in
most
this
of the news has
cult,
been about.
but I mean, if I don't know. I don't want to go into that actually, but I think it's more concentrated. I think it's more concentrated on getting women into this cult than men.
Yeah,
Because
where's the
Keith
fun in having a bunch of
Rayner,
dudes running 40 miles a week?
Yeah, Allison Mack is recruiting these women to basically satisfy Keith.
Which is fascinating.
Right.
Very weird.
Yeah, it's crazy how they do it too. Like they interview with this girl, like, how did you get sucked into this? And she was like, well, I was really digging this Nexum shit. You know what I mean? And I'd ranked up pretty high. Some Scientology ass words they're using. You know what I mean? She's like, so I'm at this wedding with my best friend, and Allison Mack comes up to me and is like, hey, I've got something I want to talk to you about. But first, you're going to have to send me some nudes. So, like, if you talk about it, I can send your nudes out.
Absolutely. So, in order
It's like, that's how they get you, is with nudes.
And it's
2017.
It's a weekly thing.
Yeah.
So, if you
blackmail you.
if you are in this, you're ordered basically to do anything Allison Mack tells you.
Right.
And every week, you're obligated to submit multiple, bank transactions, just any kind of financial reports,
Basically,
plus
give them
news,
blackmail
plus
of
any
yourself.
sort of blackmail. So if you are not, if you
Complying
aren't
with their
complying or God damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're not loyal to this club or cult, as
Sure.
they're calling
It's not,
it,
I would not call it a club, that's for
It's
sure.
an after-school
and
club.
it's so weird to see because it's all like Google Docs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, it's all just like so. It could be so public if the government would want to really search into that.
Yep.
It's all online.
Bonkers
more or
ass
less.
bullshit.
You know, it's not like like green room pictures like Polaroids or anything they're handing over. It's all in Google Docs.
Right.
So it shouldn't be hard to bust
But it was.
if they're doing this.
They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying
Smallville's been irrelevant since 2002, so it's like Allison Max had, 15 years of sex culting under her
Right.
belt at this point?
I don't know if she's been doing it that long.
Sex
I was
culting.
just screwing around. There was a joke about Smallville not mattering since the
Yeah,
first
because
season.
it was like a year.
Smallville has always mattered and will always matter. I'm tired of all these
Does
guys
it
talking
does it matter less now?
shit. I
Do you
think,
watch it and go, little
I
culty.
think it dramatically
Little
hurts
culty.
Allison's
Probably.
career, and it does.
No,
And it does.
I would hire her tomorrow.
It does bleed over to the rest of the
She's obviously
cruise.
got something going on.
It does bleed over the rest of the cruise, and I didn't really want to go into it, but
Does it
kind
taint?
of like
Does it taint rewatching it?
no.
It doesn't.
For me, no.
But as somebody who hasn't finished it, right? I'm gonna sit down like, oh, time to rewatch me some Smallville. Click and like, I'm 20 minutes deep, episode 1. Allison Mack strolls through. I'm not gonna feel a little culty when I see her.
Just
I don't know. Will you?
Like, it's not gonna
You
fuck
answer
minutes a little bit.
that- You answer that question for
I
yourself.
feel like I might feel a little culty.
I feel
Will
like
you?
it'd be the first thing you'd think. Like, hey,
Yeah, that would make
there's
my
the sex
immediate
cult
instinct.
chick.
I would be like judging everything she does. She'd be like taking pictures for the fucking yearbook. You know what I mean?
like, oh, they're
And I
not
was
dude.
like,
Why she taking
I was like,
photos?
oh yeah. It's like, what are you doing here? You can't blackmail that person. He's playing football. He doesn't care.
Bear me, Blazer, please.
I think it means you.
Blazer, please. Beer.
Cerveza. Yeah.
Will it ruin Smallville for me though? No, it will not. Will it ruin Smallville for the actors, and will they ever get gigs again?
I really
Maybe
think
not.
Tom Welling's been working.
Tom Welling has been working off screen.
What do you mean?
He
He's
hasn't
like he's
been
on
casting
stage?
anything.
What do you mean he's been casting
He
anything?
hasn't been casting shit. So he was in Cheaper by the Dozen. That was the last thing he was.
Whoa, don't you
Come
act
on,
like
that's a big
nothing.
get. That's
Yeah.
a big get.
It
Hillary
also
Duff.
came out
Hillary,
like-
Hillary Duff was
exactly.
there. And
Where's
that's what's
Hillary
supposed
Duff's career these days?
What?
Did I strike? Did I strike a chord there?
I can't even fucking talk to you right now. I can't even fucking talk to you.
Hillary Duff has zero career. Anyways,
Hillary Duff was the tipping point.
Yeah. TV show. Oh my God. Here we go. Now I'm here. Yeah. Now I'm here. Fantastic plastic surgery. Thank you, Dustin. Fantastic television show. That is crushing it. I would argue
I
probably
feel like
more entertaining than
I don't want to
Smallville.
box this in. If you want to rant about Hillary Duff, go ahead and get it out now.
Here it comes. And here's the point. Instagram following. Crazy. Body. Ridiculous. She posted a video of her jumping on a trampoline the other day. I watched it 17 times in a row. Consecutively.
Put it up that shit on repeat, big screen.
Okay.
Hey, you good?
calm.
Are we?
I'm calm.
Is that your rant?
Calm.
Anything else
I'm
about
done.
Hillary Duff?
I'm done. We do not live in a world where Tom Welling is more important than Hillary Duff. It's not happening. Can't do it. Her last album, fantastic. Played that on repeat for like 3 weeks. Made me feel good.
This is all probably true.
You are a minority.
No,
I
they're
believe
not.
it.
They're not lies.
No,
Yeah.
you with 17 times watching the same video,
I just-
repeat 3 weeks.
That's my girl. Is the moral of the story.
Hillary Duff. Okay.
Yeah, Hillary
We're not
Duff.
getting into this.
Kyler, why did you not tell me you wanted to make this a Hillary Duff podcast?
I didn't
before we
mean
started?
to, but you talked some
I had
shit.
this whole idea. If you were just told me you wanted to talk about Hillary Duff this entire time, we could have done that.
I didn't know this was what you were gonna do to me. You know what I mean?
I've seen the Lizzie McGuire movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
I have a younger sister.
Yeah, I've seen the Lizzie McGuire movie. Yeah, she is. So Hillary Duff has expanded her hotness in ways you're not prepared for. You can't even handle.
I disagree.
You can't even handle.
I
Can't
disagree.
even handle. You just can't. Anyway,
I
We're about to ask.
do
Never mind.
you know who's not in a sex cult? Hillary Duff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, Allison Mack was only like a supporting cast member of that show.
Yeah, but
She wasn't the main. She wasn't the main shebang.
but would you call her a supporting cast member if she was there for basically the whole thing?
She was there every episode.
See, that's my point. That's not a supporting cast member in my brain. I would argue that is core cast.
Okay, core cast.
Because when you
Yes.
say core cast, are you just saying it's just Tom Welling? Because Tom Welling wasn't that whole show. He was a lot of that show.
He was fucking Superman.
I mean,
he was the
he
whole
was-
show.
I'm not saying he wasn't the main character,
He was the main.
but like when I think supporting actors, I think like, yeah, enjoy that. That's Haley, I think.
Okay, so supporting actors. Have you ever seen The Office? Kevin would be a supporting actor in that. He's in every episode.
Are you gonna put Allison Mack on the same level as Kevin from The Office?
I would put Allison Mack on the same level as.
Dwight.
I was gonna say Dwight.
It's pretty high up the list.
Dwight is high up the list. I would put Allison Mack on the same level as.
Mm-hmm.
Are we just going from The Office here?
Yeah, we're in The Office.
I was thinking Pam.
See,
I think Pam's one of the top
Pam's
3
up there,
characters.
too. I'm trying to get an Allison Mack level character. Kevin was basically my go-to.
You think Kevin? You think
Kevin's in every episode, but
yeah, but do you
there's
think
only a couple
Allison Mack
glimmers
is
of him.
less important than Kevin? Is my point.
I
Spilt
never
the
said
chili.
Kevin was not important.
I would argue he's not.
Kevin is very.
Well, here's the thing. Kevin
No,
doesn't.
he's like a
There's
comic
not.
relief.
There's not a lot of story in The Office. I would argue, but he doesn't.
There is 0.
But he doesn't progress.
0.
No, there is. There is kind of some story happening, right? Kevin's not involved in that story at all. I would argue. Is that fair?
Not really like the main.
It's not fair to Kevin, but I guess.
No, but it is fair. Like what I'm saying, right? Allison Mack is definitely involved in the story that is Smallville.
She is.
So she is definitely more important than Kevin.
Angela.
Less important than Kevin.
No, more important because she is
more important to the story.
If we put Dwight up on the scale as a main character,
Sure.
she is Dwight's supporting actress. Because she's in every episode.
But can't you argue it's the Pam to the Jim?
No, Angela's less important than Pam.
Yeah, definitely.
No, for sure. But I'm saying, can't you argue that Tom
Right.
Welling is Jim?
But Jim is a main character in The Office, making Pam a main character in The Office. Dwight is a supporting character in The Office, making Angela a supporting character.
So a less of a supporting character than
Yeah.
Dwight, though.
No, just because you date somebody doesn't mean they instantly become a supporting character in a show.
But it helps with the story a little bit.
I think we're overthinking this right
Yeah,
now.
we're a little
This
deep in the weeds. We're a little deep in the weeds. The point is don't start a sex cult. Like, so
Well,
what?
she didn't start the sex cult. She got brainwashed into the sex cult.
Sure, but now she's like in charge of a sex
Now
cult.
she's second in command, and the recruits that she's bringing in, the sorority that she has started, and she's recruiting to
Sorority.
have sexual
Sorority?
relations with this Keith Rayner guy.
Love
It's reported these girls that have come out and gotten out of the sex cult
Right.
are saying that Allison Mack is actually very jealous of these girls that she brings in, because Allison Mack, as second in command,
So she's
wants to be Keith Rayner's, like,
Bottom hoe.
for lack of a better word. Yeah.
I would assume only hoe.
Yeah, that's the dream.
But she's stuck in this position where she just has to recruit all these basically like objects.
Huh. So you don't think she's actually like
I think she's
brainwashed.
just Hollywood brainwashed into this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because there have been pictures taken of her actually on like jogging trails, like
Right.
making these adjustments to her life where she fits into this sex
The mold
cult.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's very very fierce in there. If
Sex
you have to
cult.
run like
Got to compete in the sex cult.
yeah, it's ridiculous. You know, and the branding too. I wish we could put a picture up because it's gnarly,
gruesome.
man. It's gnarly.
Yeah. Have you ever branded anybody?
I've not.
What?
I'm guessing.
I say have you
Have?
because you like said that like.
Were you in a sex cult?
No.
Okay, who did you
Just
brand?
casually. A
He's
buddy
just
of mine.
stupid.
It's like he wanted a
paperclip.
cross. No, it was like a cross branded on his chest. So we got out of the barn.
Fucking dumbass.
Welded-
This isn't needed.
Well, no, this was some Edmund bullshit. This was my first stint in Edmund. And we welded together a pretty good cross, hefty metal, you know what I mean? Took it back to the house.
Pretty good cry.
That
Yeah,
whole
says
time,
cross.
as you were welding it together, no one was like, "Maybe we shouldn't do this."
No,
Not
he
a
welded the
single
cross.
person.
He welded the cross.
Yeah.
He's like, that kind of looks like.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a pretty good cry. It kind of looks like.
Yeah, it'll
one.
do. So anyway, taking back to the apartment. This is what we did. My apartment at Oxford Oaks. You leave the cross on the stove. Yeah, you leave the cross on the stove.
Oh my god, you did it on
You put the man on the ground, flat on the ground. This was a big dude. He was benching like 300, 350. He was a solid guy. So I sat on one arm. My roommate sat on the other arm. Where a third guy took the tongs and got the cross off the stove because it was one of those wired, like circular things. And just dropped that son of a bitch on his chest. After we got a bottle of vodka, obviously, and like
Oh, obviously.
yeah,
of
poured it
course.
on his
Wouldn't want
chest.
this to go poorly.
Disinfect. You know what I'm saying? Wiped him down. Dropped the flaming cross on his chest.
That sounds kind of cool.
And he's freaking out because there's a flaming cross on his chest. But
These are the
we've
brands, by the way, boys.
but we've held him down at this point, and we removed the cross. Beautiful scar of a cross. Yeah, we did it well. Worked out pretty good. Smelled real bad.
If you look at
Does it
it,
smell like burning human flesh?
Yeah. Ironically, though, then my other buddy, he
You
gets
have
drunk.
another one, I swear.
He gets
Right
drunk.
here.
He gets drunk camping.
tip it over, it's Alice. Well,
It's like a whole thing here.
Interesting enough, you've
Keith
branded two
Rainier,
people
if
then.
you tip it
Huh?
over, it's
No, I
Alice
didn't brand the
Mack.
second guy. The second guy goes out, gets drunk, thought the cross was a good idea while he's drunk, but they're out camping. And this is how this guy does it. They take the wire hanger that they've been roasting marshmallows with, bend that into a cross, stick it in a campfire,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Pull that out of the
That's the
campfire.
responsible thing to do.
Yeah, put it into his back meat. But because it was a wire, it like burnt
It went
down
into
in,
his-
and so then they pull it out, and so did like a bunch of his back muscle. And so like instead of like a cross tattoo, not cross tattoo brand like the first guy got, the other guy's got this like lowercase r. It's
like a
kind of how it
fishhook?
came out. It's like, but it's like bubbled up real bad from where like it just
God.
healed over the meat. Yeah, it was weird, dude.
Okay, so the muscle on the wire.
Uh-huh.
Did you put it back in the fire?
I
and
was
eat
not
it?
there for that.
Did you eat
one.
it?
This was like
Did
this
you
was
eat
like
it?
this was like he came in and he was like, dude, he came to us
protein.
the next week. He was like, hey guys, my
Extra
back hurts
protein
pretty
in your
bad.
marshmallow.
So we took his shirt off and I was like, Jesus, what happened to you? And he explained to me what had happened. He was like, well, Tyler had this really cool cross brand, so we went for it. But I was drunk. We
So
were
I got a
camping.
hanger out of my closet and tried to do it myself.
No, it was a hanger they were roasting marshmallows with out in the woods.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, logical.
Way more logical.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. But brands are scary. Be careful.
Brands are scary, and if you're in this sex cult and have a brand, report it to somebody. Find
Call
a friend.
somebody. Yeah. If you see something, say something. It's in the airports.
Because this is
They're just nudes. Put them on the internet.
This is what we chose to talk about with all the allegations and all the nonsense that's happening within our world right now. With
People just can't be nice to each other.
all like the Kevin Spacey and the Louis C.K. and the
don't know
George
if I'm mad
W.
at Louis
Sr. and all that stuff that's happening right now. I mean, it's a terrible thing to happen. We can make jokes about it if we want to, like it's whatever, but it's still a terrible thing
It's not
that's
good.
happening.
It's no bueno.
And Uma Thurman, which I'm a huge fan of,
Sure.
just came out with.
Do you want to end
She
on your
posted
quote?
something. Yeah, we'll end on that. She posted something, which she Kill Bill, one of my favorite movies of all time. Top 5.
Top 5.
Probably top. It's maybe number 1.
Maybe number 1.
Maybe number 1. But
That's tough. That's a Tarantino, though, isn't it?
oh yeah, that's
Tarantino's
my
good.
personal preference.
Of all the Tarantino movies, you say Kill Bill's number 1?
Kill Bill is number 1. Yeah,
Huh.
always
I
has.
think
been.
I'm a Pulp Fiction guy. Tarantino
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. I mean that's
Is
fine
Django
and dandy.
Tarantino? I like that movie
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little racist, but like. I mean, it was like
Like-
okay, maybe more than like it was like a smidgen racist. I would, man, Kill Bill might be the
Couldn't really
best.
see.
I
it,
just wanted to
but-
draw attention to how badass Uma is and how
Sure.
how girl power I am
And how-
right now
and how
for
not-
this situation.
and how
I really
not
am.
sex culty
I really
she
am.
is.
This shit is not okay that's happening. But
agree.
Uma Thurman is straight Beatrix Kiddo, which is her character. She
From Kill Bill.
She portrays Beatrix Kiddo in Kill Bill, and she posted.
This is
I
over
am,
Thanksgiving, correct?
yeah,
Uma.
yeah. This is Uma about the sex scandal stuff, which she says, "I'm grateful today to be alive, for all of those that I love, and for all of those who have the courage to stand up for others. I said I was angry recently, and I have a few reasons. In case you couldn't tell by the look on my face, I feel it's important to take your time, be fair, be exact. So, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Except you, Harvey, and all your wicked conspirators. I'm glad it's going slow. You don't deserve a bullet." Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. That was good.
God, she's bae.
Thank you, Uma.
God, she's
Just say she's bad.
nothing sexy than a strong
and
woman.
I'm ridiculous for liking Hillary Duff, but Uma Thurman's bad.
We're not getting
He
into
says.
this.
We can. This will be another
Thurman's bad.
podcast. But anyways, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Beside the Point.
You
Like and
knocked the
subscribe. Kyler really wants a T-shirt to
I
wear.
really want a T-shirt to wear.
He's running out of T-shirts to wear.
Yeah,
I'm
you
running
only have 3.
fewer and fewer between. I keep
Yeah.
donating them, hoping that eventually I'll have some fucking T-shirts.
And what it's looking like now
Shit
is he's
and
just going to run out of T-shirts. So please, if you will, like, subscribe, and maybe, maybe
Sure.
share something.
Yeah, bring a
Maybe
friend.
share something too.
That's all I want. Bring your friends.
Yeah, bring them around.
Maybe tag Hillary Duff in the comments. You know what I mean? I'd sure love to talk to her. You know what I'm
I don't hate Early Death or Uma Thurman.
saying? Yeah, or Uma Thurman.
Bye.